A handbag, made from leather, a few pieces of metal, some stitching. Its production cost, maybe a few $100s. Its selling price, $5,000, $10,000. Sometimes $50,000. Now here's the strange part. People don't stop buying them. They buy more, every year, even during recessions. Even when inflation is crushing ordinary families, luxury brands somehow become richer, while everyone else is cutting back. Why? Is it incredible craftsmanship, brilliant marketing, scarcity, or is something much deeper happening? Because the luxury industry isn't just selling products. It's selling something far more valuable, something invisible, something that changes the way people think. And once you understand this, you'll never look at luxury brands the same way again. Level 1. Luxury isn't selling products. Imagine walking into two stores. One sells plain white t-shirts. The other sells almost identical white t-shirts. The first costs $20. The second costs $900. The fabric feels similar. The stitching looks similar. Both cover your body exactly the same way. Yet millions choose the expensive one. Why? Because luxury stopped competing on function decades ago. Luxury competes on emotion. This is one of the oldest tricks in business. People rarely buy products. They buy identities. Rolex doesn't sell watches. Ferrari doesn't sell cars. Louis Vuitton doesn't sell bags. They sell stories, status, achievement, belonging. Psychologists call this symbolic consumption. People use products to communicate who they are. Sometimes, more importantly, who they want to become. That's why a luxury purchase often feels emotional, not logical. Because logic doesn't justify spending $8,000 on a handbag. Emotion does. Luxury brands understand something most businesses never do. The richest products aren't necessities. They're symbols. And symbols have almost unlimited pricing power. But that still doesn't explain why luxury brands keep getting richer year after year. The answer lies in something even more powerful. Level 2. The business of exclusivity. Imagine a restaurant. It's always empty. Would you assume it's great? Probably not. Now imagine another restaurant. Reservations are booked 6 months ahead. Celebrities eat there, you can't get a table. Suddenly, you want in. Scarcity creates desire. Luxury brands know this better than almost anyone. Take Hermes. The famous Birkin bag isn't impossible to make, but buying one? That's another story. Customers often spend tens of thousands of dollars on other Hermes products before they're even offered the chance to purchase a Birkin. Not because Hermes needs the money, because exclusivity creates demand. The harder something is to obtain, the more valuable it becomes. Economists call this artificial scarcity. It's the opposite of mass market thinking. Most companies want to sell to everyone. Luxury brands intentionally refuse customers. Limited production, waiting lists, private invitations, exclusive collections, all designed to make one message clear. This isn't for everyone. Ironically, the fewer people who can buy something, the more everyone wants it. It's basic human psychology. We value what others cannot easily have. Luxury brands don't chase customers. Customers chase them. And that's an incredibly profitable business model. Level 3. The wealthy play by different rules. Here's something most people never think about. Luxury brands aren't trying to convince average consumers. They're targeting a completely different economy, the economy of the ultra-rich. When inflation rises, middle-income families reduce spending. But billionaires? They're barely affected. A millionaire doesn't stop buying luxury because groceries became more expensive. Their wealth often comes from businesses, investments, real estate, or stocks. In many cases, they actually become wealthier during economic recoveries. That's why companies like LVMH, owner of brands including Louis Vuitton, Dior, and Tiffany & Co., have repeatedly reported strong growth even during periods when many consumer businesses struggled. Luxury demand follows wealth creation, not wage growth. Every year, more millionaires are created around the world, particularly in Asia and the Middle East. Each new millionaire becomes a potential customer, and luxury brands are ready. That's why many luxury companies are expanding into cities where wealth is growing fastest. Luxury follows money. Always. But here's what's fascinating. Many luxury customers aren't actually rich, which raises a dangerous question. Why would someone earning an average salary spend thousands on luxury goods? The answer reveals one of the most powerful forces in consumer psychology. Level 4. Status is one of the world's most valuable products. Humans compare. Constantly. Our ancestors compared food, shelter, safety. Today, we compare lifestyles, cars, clothes, vacations, social media followers. Luxury brands profit from this instinct. There's a famous economic concept called the Veblen Effect. Normally, higher prices reduce demand. Luxury works differently. Sometimes, higher prices increase demand because the expensive price becomes the attraction. The price itself signals status. Think about it. If everyone could afford a Rolex, would it still carry the same prestige? Probably not. Its value comes partly from the fact that most people can't own one. Luxury brands protect this carefully. They rarely discount products. They avoid oversupply. They raise prices regularly, not despite customer demand. Because of customer demand, higher prices reinforce exclusivity. Social media has accelerated this effect dramatically. Every celebrity, every influencer, every billionaire posting their lifestyle becomes free advertising. Luxury isn't just displayed anymore. It's broadcast globally, 24 hours a day, every Instagram photo, every TikTok video, every red carpet appearance. Quietly tells millions of people what success supposedly looks like. Luxury brands don't just sell fashion, they sell aspiration. And aspiration scales infinitely. But even this isn't the biggest reason they keep getting richer. The real secret lies behind the balance sheet. Level 5. The hidden business model nobody talks about. Here's where luxury becomes truly fascinating. Most people think luxury brands make money by selling expensive products. That's only half the story. The real magic is brand equity. A luxury brand is one of the most valuable business assets on earth. Think about Coca-Cola, Apple, Nike, or Louis Vuitton. Their logos alone are worth billions. Why? Because trust reduces customer hesitation. Recognition increases pricing power. Emotion creates loyalty. Luxury brands spend decades building reputations. Once established, customers become incredibly loyal. Some even pass their favorite brands down through generations. That loyalty creates predictable profits. But luxury companies don't stop there. They expand carefully. A fashion house launches fragrances, jewelry, shoes, hotels, restaurants, private experiences, high-end cosmetics, even luxury travel. One brand, multiple revenue streams. LVMH is a perfect example. It owns dozens of luxury brands across fashion, jewelry, wines and spirits, cosmetics, and watches. This diversification means one successful customer can spend money across an entire ecosystem. Luxury companies also acquire promising brands before competitors can. They don't just build empires, they buy them. And because luxury customers are less price-sensitive, profit margins remain incredibly strong. This allows even more investment. Better stores, better marketing, more exclusivity, which strengthens the brand, which attracts more wealthy customers, which generates more profit. It's a self-reinforcing cycle. The richer the brand becomes, the more desirable it appears, and the more desirable it appears, the richer it becomes. Very few industries achieve this level of competitive advantage. Luxury has mastered it. Conclusion. So, why do luxury brands keep getting richer? It's not because leather became more valuable, or because watches suddenly became more accurate, or because handbags became more useful. They mastered something far more powerful. Human psychology. They sell identity instead of products, scarcity instead of abundance, status instead of utility, dreams instead of objects. They target customers who can keep spending regardless of economic cycles. They build brands so strong that price becomes part of the attraction, and they create business ecosystems that generate wealth for decades. That's why the world's largest luxury companies continue to grow while countless ordinary brands struggle to survive. The next time you see someone carrying a $10,000 handbag or wearing a six-figure watch, remember, you're not just looking at leather or steel or gold. You're looking at one of the most profitable psychological business models ever created. Because in the luxury industry, the most valuable product was never the item itself. It was always the story people were willing to pay to tell, and that's the real reason luxury brands keep getting richer.